Let's turn our attention to domestic and gender-based violence issues. This time, the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ikeja, has formally handed over the remodeled Gender-Based Violence and Family Support Center at the Gender Unit Police Command, Ikeja, Lagos. Dr. Ikeja says the facility will help fast-track justice for survivors of sexual and gender-based violence and ensure their protection.
Between August 2024 and July 2025, the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency reported a total of 8,692 sexual and domestic violence cases. Out of this figure, 5,063 are adult reported cases, while 3,629 represents reported cases of children. This disturbing figure has prompted the Lagos State government to construct a gender-based violence and family support center in Ikeja. The provision of this facility is the reason for this gathering, including the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ikeja, wife of the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Oluremi Hamzat, and other senior officials of the Lagos State government and officials of the Lagos State Nigerian Police Force have all come to witness the handing over of the facility that would help drive justice for victims of gender-based violence.
It's also a complementary or supporting for the domestic and sexual violence agency of the state government that have been running for years. We can afford to arrest perpetrators. We can afford to prosecute perpetrators. We can afford to convict the perpetrators to answer for his crime. What about the victims? There should be support for the victim. The little we have been doing, this is a welcome development to show that anyone involved or engaged in any gender violence, and even for the support for the family, is a welcome one. And I say this in addition, that now Lagos State is going through a reform to make sure that we have people-centered justice system. It is when we have people-centered justice system that justice will be said to have been done.
The State Commissioner of Police applauded the wife of the Lagos State Governor for championing advocacy against gender-based violence and gives assurance of bringing perpetrators to justice.
Today marks a major milestone in our collective effort to strengthen justice delivery, safeguard vulnerable persons, and reaffirm our commitment to upholding the dignity and the right of every citizen. I must mention here that this journey started about 2 years ago, precisely in June 2023, when the then Commissioner of Police in charge of the state identified the rapid report of cases of LGBV within the state, which called for an urgent need to be more proactive to hear the survivors and let the law take its course on the perpetrator. This is to protect the survivor and give them timely access to justice. We then sought the support that the Lagos State Police Command sought the support of the First Lady, Dr. Mrs. Ikeja, and other partners and friends of the police to actualize this project. We are saying loud and clear that silence is no longer an option, but justice will never be out of reach, and justice will be delivered in every case promptly.
United Nations Population Fund, who is also supporting the Lagos State government in handling cases of gender-based violence, says the center would help tackle GBV cases promptly.
The fight to end gender-based violence is central to UNFPA's mandate of delivering a world where every woman and every girl is free to make her own choices and her potential is fulfilled. One of our transformative results is to support member states to end gender-based violence and harmful practices, including child marriages and FGM. So we are therefore really proud to partner with the Lagos State government in this crucial area.
We are fortunate to have this situated in our local government. It further stresses the fact that our vision will properly streamlined to fit in to protecting gender-based issues and related matters.
Addressing the gathering, Dr. Ikeja Sanwo-Olu says the facility will provide support services for survivors across the state.
When I first received the news from the Lagos State Police Command in 2023 on the need to remodel the gender unit, what I saw was not just a proposal, it was a cry for help. At that time, the unit was operating from a 2-room office space that was clearly unfit for sensitive, delicate, and often traumatic cases brought forward by survivors of abuse. The environment was not conducive for people who came seeking help and justice. Today, by the special grace of God and through collaborative action, we are now witnessing a transformed facility, reborn, renewed, and repositioned to give hope to the hopeless, voice to the voiceless, healing and timely response to survivors of domestic and gender-based violence across Lagos State. Let me especially commend the Lagos State Police Command for identifying this urgent need and taking bold steps to ensure that policing aligns with global best practices. This remodeled facility represents a symbol of sympathy, of empathy, justice, and state-driven protection. It now houses special interview rooms for sensitive case handling, electronic and video recording equipment for transparent investigations, staff offices and documentation rooms, a functional case management system, a short-stay hostel for survivors, including male and female victims, a medical and psychological support unit, a conference hall, vocational training room, and recreational spaces, administrative logistics, vehicles, security equipment, communication systems, and other technological tools required for efficient policing. Now, this is really wonderful. And like the Attorney General said, it needs to be replicated in other local governments to make the work easier. I can confidently say that this is Lagos. We envision where survivors are not silenced, where justice is not delayed, and where every individual, regardless of gender, is protected and supported.
Government says the remodeled Gender-Based Violence and Family Support Center, named after Ikeja Sanwo-Olu, will go a long way in addressing issues of gender-based violence across the state and also ensure that victims receive all needed support and protection to move on with life.